Another day, another story. The dental hygiene tools available to our ancestors have evolved, but still bear a striking resemblance to what's used today. Throughout history, humans have employed various methods to take care of their teeth. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. These methods have evolved significantly, reflecting advancements in oral hygiene practices and dental knowledge. Here's an overview of how humans have cared for their teeth through different historical periods. Ancient civilizations, before 5000 BCE 500 CE. Toothpicks and chew sticks. Early humans used pointed objects like sticks, animal bones, or quills to remove food particles and debris from their teeth. Chewing on herbs and twigs. Many ancient cultures, including the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, chewed on herbs, twigs, and roots with abrasive properties to clean their teeth. Mouthwash. Ancient Egyptians and Greeks used mouth rinses made from natural ingredients like vinegar and wine to freshen their breath and combat oral bacteria. Middle Ages, 500 CE 1500 CE. Chewing herbs and roots. In the absence of advanced dental care, people continue to rely on chewing herbs and roots for oral hygiene. Tooth extraction. When dental problems became severe, tooth extraction was a common solution, often performed by barbers or other non-specialists. Charcoal and chalk. Some people used powdered charcoal or chalk as a makeshift toothpaste to clean and whiten their teeth. Renaissance and early modern period, 1500 CE 1700 CE. Toothbrushes. The Chinese are credited with inventing the first toothbrush using bristles from hog's hair attached to a bamboo or bone handle. These toothbrushes made their way to Europe in the 17th century. Toothpaste. Early toothpaste formulations included ingredients like crushed eggshells, pumice, and various abrasive substances mixed with water or wine. Tooth powders. Europeans often used tooth powders made from ground herbs, roots, and spices. 18th and 19th centuries. Dental care advancements. The 18th century saw improvements in dental care, with the invention of more sophisticated toothbrushes and the use of baking soda as a tooth cleaner. Dentistry as a profession. Dentistry began to evolve as a distinct profession, with the first dental college established in the United States in the 19th century. Dental amalgam. The use of dental amalgam for filling cavities became more common in the 19th century. 20th century and beyond. Fluoridation. The addition of fluoride to public water supplies and toothpaste in the mid-20th century significantly reduced tooth decay. Modern toothbrushes and toothpaste. The development of electric toothbrushes, fluoride toothpaste, and innovative dental technologies has greatly improved oral hygiene. 3. Preventive dentistry. Routine dental checkups, professional cleanings, and advances in dental treatments have contributed to better overall oral health. Today, oral hygiene practices are highly advanced, with a strong emphasis on preventive care, regular dental checkups, and access to a wide range of dental treatments. The history of dental care underscores the importance of maintaining good oral hygiene and the continuous advancement of dental science and technology. For as long as human beings have had teeth, keeping them in good shape, in fact, keeping them at all, has been a challenge. While historians believe the practice of dentistry may date back to at least 7000 BC, many centuries passed before professional dental care became widely available. As late as the 19th century, barbers often doubled as surgeons and dentists, yanking teeth as well as cutting hair. The familiar red and white striped barber pole of today can be traced to a time when barbers hung bloody rags out to dry after surgical procedures. So, for countless generations of men and women, dental care was largely a do-it-yourself project. The tools available to our ancestors for that purpose have evolved but still bear a striking resemblance to what can be purchased in any drugstore today. The toothbrush. While theories about what causes tooth decay have changed over the centuries, from mysterious toothworms in ancient times to bacteria breeding plaque today, people understood the importance of keeping their teeth clean. Before toothbrushes, many used chew sticks, thin twigs they would gnaw on until one end frayed, creating a sort of brush. Chew sticks remain in wide use in some cultures today. The toothbrush, as we know it, appears to have been invented in China, sometime during the Tang dynasty, from 618 to 907 AD. The earliest models had handles of bamboo or bone and bristles made with boar's hairs. Boar's hair brushes also remain available to this day, often promoted as an environmentally friendly alternative to the nylon bristled, plastic-handled variety. William Addis, an Englishman, is credited as the first entrepreneur to mass-produce toothbrushes, supposedly creating his prototype in 1780, while in prison on rioting charges. In 1857, H. N. Wadsworth, a Washington, D.C. dentist, received the first U.S. patent for a toothbrush, which he claimed did a better job of scrubbing between the teeth. Numerous other innovations would follow, including the introduction of nylon bristles in 1938. In 1937, American inventor Tomlinson I. Moseley patented a design for an electric toothbrush. The idea failed to catch on, however, until Philippe Guy Woog, a Swiss scientist, introduced his own model in 1954. By some accounts, Woog's Broxodent electric brush was intended to assist people with limited mobility, but it was soon promoted to the general public. One 1960s magazine ad even called it the perfect gift for Mother's Day, Father's Day, weddings and graduations. Toothpaste. Strangely, toothpaste actually predates the toothbrush. Around 3000 to 5000 BC, ancient Egyptians first developed a dental cream which contained powdered ashes from oxen hooves, myrrh, eggshells and pumice. Frank Lippert of the Indiana University School of Dentistry wrote in a 2003 monograph. Persians then added burnt shells of snails and oysters along with gypsum, herbs and honey around 1000 BC. People continued to whip up their own toothpaste and powders even after the advent of commercially produced versions centuries later. An 1860 book titled The Practical Housewife, for example, recommended a mixture of powdered orris root, powdered charcoal, powdered Peruvian bark, prepared chalk and oil of bergamot or lavender. A Connecticut dentist, Washington Wentworth Sheffield, is credited with the idea of packing toothpaste in a squeezable tube in the 1880s. Before then, the American Dental Association notes, it was commonly sold in bottles, porcelain pots or paper boxes. That breakthrough, the ADA says, helped make it possible for toothpaste to be mass-produced in factories, mass-marketed and sold nationwide. In 1955, Crest launched the first toothpaste to contain fluoride, which research had shown to be effective in reducing cavities. Drawn by the illustrator Norman Rockwell, early Crest ads featured grinning boys and girls showing off reports from their latest dentist visits, with the tagline, "Look Mom, no cavities." Today, all toothpaste bearing the ADA's seal of acceptance must contain fluoride, and many municipalities add it to their drinking water. Toothpicks. The humble toothpick may be the oldest of all dental implements, dating back more than 1 million years, to prehistoric times, according to anthropologists. In that time, it has gone from an everyday object to a status symbol and back to an everyday object again. The earliest toothpicks were probably small slivers of wood, although bone, ivory and other materials came into use at various points. Also popular, quills plucked from crows and geese. During the Victorian era, toothpicks made of silver or gold became popular among people who could afford them. An ivory and gold toothpick once belonging to Charles Dickens and engraved with his initials, sold at auction in 2009 for $9,150. In fact, toothpicking at meals apparently became so prevalent in the 19th century society that etiquette books were compelled to address the topic. "It is very rude to pick your teeth at the table," one advised in 1882, helpfully adding, "If it becomes necessary to do so, hold your napkin over your mouth." The toothpick began to return to its wooden roots in the 1860s when American entrepreneur Charles Forster figured out a way to mass-produce them. His Maine-based factory was soon turning out 500 million a year, and free toothpicks became ubiquitous restaurant giveaways. Dental floss. Dental floss came into common use only in the 19th century, due to the efforts of an American dentist, Levi Spear Parmley. In an influential 1819 book, Parmley recommended running waxed silken thread between the teeth to dislodge that irritating matter which no brush can remove, and which is the real source of disease. By the end of the 19th century, commercially manufactured dental floss of waxed or unwaxed silk became available. It would largely be replaced by nylon floss in the 1940s, driven in part by the scarcity of silk during World War II as well as by nylon's greater resistance to shredding. Today, floss is made from a variety of synthetic fibers. In the late 1950s, water flossers or oral irrigators, which shot jets of water between the teeth, arrived on the scene. The water pick, introduced in 1962, was the result of a collaboration between two Coloradans, a dentist and a hydraulic engineer, who reportedly perfected its pumping mechanism only on the 146th try. All told, Better self-care combined with advances in professional dentistry and fluoridation have had a remarkable effect. Matthew J. Messina, an assistant professor at The Ohio State University College of Dentistry who has written on dental history, says that in 1960, 49% of Americans could be expected to lose all of their teeth during their lifetime. By 2010, that figure had dropped to 13%, despite a nearly 10-year rise in average life expectancy. My grandparents took their false teeth out each night and put them in a glass on their bedside table, he says. My generation and our kids know that we can keep our smiles forever, and we expect to do that. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.